Alchemy of foods, light, energy. So when we say alchemy of food, we're saying transforming food from the very minute level of energy. It is transmuting energy. Alchemy of food, therefore, is how we change food. We know the normal one, the basic one is cooking food. You put raw food and then you put your fire and the fire boils it. But the level we're talking about today is beyond your boiling. The level we're talking about today is beyond your frying, it's beyond your drying. We're talking about you. The Africa we talk about today concerning food is not an Africa that does not have a base. It's not an Africa that does not know origin. If we're talking Africanizing, we are talking energy. We're talking raw. The future is raw. When we say the future is Africa, or Africa is the future, we're only saying that the future is raw. Because Africans were the ones who were known for what? Raw. We were known for eating things alive. It didn't mean that we were archaic. Today's development tagged us slave or primitive because we allowed westernization to define development. See why food and energy is so crazy. E-transformation is energy transformations. And we know by the books, by the holy books, he said, in whom we live, we move, and have our beingness. That is energy. Because every single aspect of you is light, is energy. Now, energy at its core is where you have all your being. It's by energy you move. It's by energy you live. It's the same. When I say energy, please, I'm not talking about physical strength. Energy is light. I'm talking light. Light at its barest, strongest level. You know when the holy books say, for God is light and in him there is no darkness. It's not saying the darkness of him. There is no depletion in the light. The essence of food, just know, aside fooling, the opposite of fooling yourself is fueling. So you are either fueling your body or you are fooling your body. Why we have staged this program is to bring consciousness of the African nature, African origin to our people. If we lose that consciousness, like the last speaker said, we would be operating from a non-authentic position. And the moment you are not authentic, your voice is taken. Part of being authentic is returning to origin. To energy, local. Your authenticity. What makes something authentic is its origin, its identity. Most of us have lost identity as Africans, not just in our names, not just in our foods, in our dressing. We've lost it even in our culture, in our communication, in our greeting sense. She said ashe. That's the word we know in Africa. It was not amen. Amen was a refurbished rebranding. And so also goes the gods that they gave us. They don't chop deep into us. They have eaten so deeply into us and we're not eating into them. So when I say that the future is Africa or that Africanizing is the new globalization, it is a time for Africans to start redefining standards. Now, aside the control, you can see all the places where they messed us up, because anyone who has given you rubber spoons to eat with or metal spoons to eat with have disconnected you from the light coming from the food you are eating. So they covered us 360 from what you are eating. If you eat vegetables, that's you've escaped the contents, because they gave us junk, right? Processed food. So if you escape it, but then you are eating the vegetable, you are using rubber spoon. Or yeah. When you check the Indian culture, you know those days we used to watch Indian movies. How do they eat? They sit on the floor. That's the position. And then they eat with their hands. Why? They want to stay in contact with light. The light, the electricity I didn't say tiles. They don't sit on tiles. Go check them. They sit on the bare floor. And that's what our forefathers knew. And guess what? It contributed to their living long. They live young. They can hammer a woman at 80 and nothing. It was no biggie. Go check your history. In fact, Japan women at 60 still knock like women at 30. Because of what? Lifestyle. The way they eat. But we here, we don't consider these things. We think that, it's just ephemeral. It's just shallow. It doesn't matter. But you forget that the food you eat is the light that you are. The alchemy of food is telling you that if you want enlightenment, not just academic enlightenment, if you want to align with your energy, if you want your chakra to move from the lower ones to the crown, it comes also with your feeding.